And our referee, Rosendo Mendoza, about to get us underway. Assistant referees are Christian Clerk and Benjamin Moore. Our fourth official is Connor Hazelwood. As we are underway here at Starfire Sports Stadium, S2 taking on LA2, Los Dos. And they're going long. Ojong takes a foot to the stomach here. An interesting thing here, Rosendo Mendoza must have thought about it for a minute and then decides to give him a second yellow. He didn't do it right away. Sturgis looking for Mathers again, making the run across. Mathers has won it, puts it back into the middle. Well defended by Turley. Ojong, just wide. Looks as though referee says D-Hop may have got a piece of it. He's got his head in his hands, he can't believe it. Just about ready to say Mark Ojong's name. Well, one header there. Ojong can't put it on frame. Nicely done by Clement Diop to come out. Sounders 2, LA Galaxy 2. No score so far. Myron Samuel on the right-hand side from Ojong. Samuel into the box, puts it back to the top. It's Mark Ojong again. It's a great shot from Ojong. Goal, Sounders 2.
Wonderful interception. Broke up in midfield, and Samuel looking for the through ball, playing off the shoulder of the defender, played through cleanly. When he initially cut that ball back, I thought he was aiming for Victor Mansoret, who was stationing himself around the penalty spot, but no, his vision was better than that. As you see him get released, gets his head up, cuts that ball back, and with the left foot, he smashes one wide earlier with his right, and with the run back around.
Looking for Nulu Tolo, probably just a minute, if that, left. Jones. Ali Hodzik. Good move from him, he's been lively. Good cross from Ali Hodzik to the fall! What a save by Diop! Off the foot of Schweitzer. Best chance of the second half for S2. Great save from Clement Diop.
And just like that, from the back to the front, it's Mark Ojong on his first start for San Antonio FC. He's put the visitors ahead 1-0 here in Kansas City. A special Friday edition of the USL, and it's quite the Western Conference showdown as the last unbeaten team in the league, San Antonio FC, travels to Kansas City, Missouri to face. First off is the away team, San Antonio FC. Just one change, Mark Ojong coming in for Devin Vega.
Yeah, Mark Ojong making his first start for the club. Will be interesting to see how he does in the middle there, but as you said, this one's all about Billy Forbes. 6 goals, 3 assists.
Meanwhile, Swope Park Rangers decked out in their traditional dark blue stripes. Battle for possession early on, and now a back pass from Musa to Djidic. And a foul action down the right-hand side, intercepted. There's a good step by Greg Cochran. Storm, he's found a good pass from Oliveira, who got the turn on Ojong, but just allowed Ojong to get back into the situation. And a nice. Here's McCarthy stepping forward. He's found a good ball up for Reed. It's to return, trying to find the run of Tierpak, and here is that counterattack. Tierpak lofting it towards the back stick, headed down and in. And just like that, from the back to the front, it's Mark Ojong on his first start for San Antonio FC. He's put the visitors ahead 1-0 here in Kansas City.
That's exactly what we talked about, Carter. San Antonio sit in, they wait for their moments, and the moment they spot a weakness and win the ball back, they spring forward. It's a fantastic ball with his wrong foot from Tierpak. Sets up a Jong, made the late run into the box, and he makes no mistake at the far post. Zendejas with absolutely no chance to save that one.
What a header from Marco Jong. Absolute pick out with the weak foot. Here's Tierpak coming back to Kansas City and haunting Antonio FC. Scored first in. Now they have something to hold on to. And a foul in midfield as Oliveira clatters into the recent goal scorer.
Yeah, and Carter, right before that goal, I was going to say that those possession stats won't bother Darren Powell whatsoever. He was just waiting for one of those opportunities.
A good step from Musa. Just a bit too heavy with his touch, and he is on a yellow card, James Musa. Take a look at the challenge here.
Does go a bit over the ball there, Musa. I think it's a genuine challenge to take the ball, but Jong just moves it away in the last second and leaves Musa kicking into the finna hold it up and try to lay it off a Storm, and Pekka was Johnny on the spot to blast it out of play.
Another one of the players that has some MLS experience, Pekka. 4 appearances for Real Salt Lake. Whipped in from the right. Gilliam's cross headed away by Jidic. Now Forbes has some space to run into. He can carve into the area. Billy Forbes around Jidic, squares it across. And Belmar for getting a smell of goal and going for it. Selbo, good motive. Keep possession there. And now clear shove in the back. It's an easy call for the referee. Jong was beaten for pace, and he's saying it's his first foul, but that doesn't matter. He goes into the pocketbook, a yellow card against Marco Jong.
Yeah, gets a yellow card to go along with his goal. I think this is very similar to the yellow card shown to Musa in the first half. He knows he's beaten for pace. He just takes Oliveira out, knows he's not going to get the ball, makes sure Oliveira doesn't progress any further.
Leaves a decision for Jose Lara, the referee, pointing to his watch as Belmar was inquiring as to why play is still not restarted. Looks like
A center back dribbling forward and trying to make a difference, split the back line. Something San Antonio's not going to expect.
it's a nice move. And cutting all the way.
Run San Antonio FC are on, just extended it today. Like I said several times throughout the match, you can certainly see why they lead the league in shutouts.
KC Energy FC, we have it for you on Fox Sports Southwest. A pleasant good evening to you. Welcome to the broadcast booth. 4-1-4-1 they did, again with Diego Restrepo manning things in the net.
Yeah, no surprises there. I think what they've seen over the last few weeks has been exactly what they want at this stage of the season. They've been in good form, so no changes as expected.
OKC Energy FC, though, will have a couple of changes. See, last Saturday night here, winning 2-1 in a game. You'd expect it to be just as loud tonight with the stakes earlier today that he doesn't think Lance.
Restrepo, if we're Diego Restrepo, excuse me, if we're comparing the both of the goalkeepers and what they've done for their team, they've really enabled them to be successful as they've run through, especially this latter part of the season, for Cochran here in the goal for OKC tonight.
The matchup we'll watch for San Antonio FC is going to be on the left side of the field. Billy Forbes and Pate ahead of Jose Angulo.
And you can expect that throughout the course of 90 minutes.
That challenge coming from Mickey Daly, who was not in the 11 last Saturday night in Reno, but he's been a big key in their center back fortunes this year. As Elizondo shot redirects it in, and San Antonio FC an early goal. They're up 1-0 at home.
Wow, so unfortunate there for CJ Cochran. He was playing that initial strike of the ball from Elizondo. And we're going to see that here as he plays and shifts to his right. You're going to see him play that initial strike of the ball. Elizondo, a good job here to create some space for himself. And then off Mickey Daly, And an unfortunate touch past CJ Cochran.
Now, Cochran did all he could to get back out with that left arm, but what a break for San Antonio FC offense tonight. This team, however, scored the most goals in the history of OKC Energy FC, 46 of them. And the big acquisition was Angulo, who came over on loan from St. Louis FC back on July the 11th. As this ball's played wide in the direction of Kyle Hyland. As Hyland gives the service into the box, and it's headed away from danger by who else but Sebastian Ibeagha, who led San Antonio FC in clearances this season with 190. Spain, as Angulo trying to, or rather not Angulo, but Miguel Gonzalez trying to slip behind the back four for San Antonio. And now Elizondo on the counter upfield with Billy Forbes.
There's class defending there from McCarthy. Not just on the defensive side of the ball, but as soon as he got into transition, just a nice bit of technical creativity to be able to play out of that pressure. McCarthy in and alongside Ibeagha, we talked about that over the course of the season. They really are a great match, and two very, very different players. And as much as Ibeagha has been that kind of powerful presence in recovery and lots of clearances that you've spoken about, there's a tremendous amount of soccer IQ playing alongside that, because SAFC have that numerical advantage there centrally. You've got Rashandel, you've got Pekka, and you've got Elizondo. And on the other side, you've got Baril, and don't really want to work back unless they have to. A little bit more commitment to the defensive side of the game tonight by both sides. And although
he's doing a good job getting forward, his three players collapse on Angulo. Tries to play to the outside, and a good job by Marco Zhang, who gets a piece of that one to set up a throw in here for Energy. Miguel Gonzalez along the outside.
And I think ultimately that's what helped them create that first goal, is just that belief and that confidence.
And keeping this score where it is keeps the crowd in the game, keeps them alive and electric, and of course, that fuels so much of what San Antonio FC does on the pitch as well. Ojong, kind of a miscommunication there on the far top. Playoff soccer is a different animal.
Well, you're going to see some attacking presence coming inside those seams, either side of the two central defenders. But also starting a little narrower, who is based around the defensive side of the ball, because if they do that, they could be in for a long 45 minutes. They've got to continue to step out and get pressure on the ball. They've got to make sure they get numbers behind the ball, but don't forget to get the pressure. That's something that hurt them last week.
As this one is headed on, and what a save by Diego Restrepo at the last moment, flinching out that left hand to knock the ball out of bounds.
That's a fantastic save. That's Angulo just doing a good job. He gets across the face here, which you want your attacking players to do. Get across the face of the defender. McCarthy didn't play it poorly, but really backed off a little bit.
Ojong went down, as here is Baril. Slips it for Wojciech just outside the area. Back into the box, and what a save again by Restrepo guarding that near post.
And Anya just got through talking about momentum here. As you're observing the match here, you're undoubtedly starting to feel a little bit of a momentum swing in favor of OKC. You know, from that angle, if Restrepo doesn't extend himself there, there's a good chance that ball sneaks in.
Opponent, even when you're ahead.
Well, it's a fine line, not stretching yourself out from a shape standpoint and getting too big of spaces between players and too big of spaces between lines. So wanting to stay relatively compact overall, whether you're for OKC's success.
Kyle Hyland with a cross and headed away from danger, but nearly a poor ball from Billy Forbes was taken away by Jose Baril. Kyle Hyland. Return ball in the direction of Miguel Gonzalez, but it will come back for Diego Restrepo.
And a time to compliment, to try to bring some stability. We've lost a little bit of that rhythm, a little bit of that posture, as I like to say, here in the second half. And a player like Michael Reed can help restore that for a side.
Great turn by Omar Gordon. Great service into the box, just a little too far for Elizondo, but it's Billy Forbes still with it. Elizondo knocked away from him. Watch out now for Baril on the counter here for Energy. Pekka stride for stride with him. And a good job stepping forward by Marco Zhang to win the ball away.
That's a better job from Guzman. As Mickey Daly comes right through the...
Ever Guzman gets back up. Here's Burrill out of space in front of him, trying to create from about 25 yards out. Mickey Daly. Ojong gets upstairs. So too does Omar Gordon. Great combination. Guzman settles, slips one through to Wojciech. Turn to the outside for Highland. Some contact from Ojong will result in a foul. Shallow service outside the area. Saved on the outside by Miguel Gonzalez. Burrill, Dixon, Gonzalez, edge of the box. It's going to be a corner here for OKC Energy FC.
Tension increasing here.
I exactly was going to make that point. I feel like we're going right back the other way.
Well, this now the third free service into the box here in the last.
Sitting back down again as Pekka continues. So hold the phone. Meanwhile, Angulo and Burrill on the combination along the outside. Angulo into the box, head in! We're even at one, the equalizer for OKC Energy FC as a man that they would try to target here, and all of a sudden, we're back even at one. Shades of what happened here in July when San Antonio FC led 1-0 all the way into stoppage time before Miguel Gonzalez equalized for OKC.
All evened up at one.
Energy on the counter. Burrill to the outside. A lot of room for Angulo there. Defended by Ojong. Nice play by Ojong. Boy, he really cut off the angle on Angulo. Wouldn't let him get to the inside.
Yeah, did a real nice job there. Did Ojong out here, isolated in a 1v1.
Lance
exercised the patience he needed to and ultimately won the ball back.
We go back to Ever Guzman's opportunity earlier in the half off the set piece when he slipped behind the defense. And probably 9 times out of 10, that's a goal for Ever.
Continue to evolve forward. Like you said, he's done a great job of really reorganizing and revamping this franchise.
And he is one of the few USL coaches who go suit and tie every single match. I'm a big fan of that. 6 matches. Greg Cochran on the attack, and the first attempt on goal is parried away by Fabian Serta.
And I think tonight, if Greg Cochran can continue to do that, which he's done these last couple of weeks, he's been very dangerous going up and down that left-hand touchline, getting around Billy Forbes as Billy's cut inside in that overlapping movement. He's a very dangerous attacking player coming out of that left-back position. You're going to get an example of that right here. He does a pretty good job with that right foot of sending it far to the opposite post. Keeper's up to the save.
Fabian Serta
really did a great job. They were very organized defensively, and I think out of that, they were able to transition into the right spaces. They're such a dangerous transition team anyway. We'll pause on that for a second.
And here's Kaffa, who we highlighted at the open. Service into the area, and the clearance for McCarthy. Settled by...
Perfect timing. As we said, the attack has got to find its rhythm, and that's exactly what they've done in these last couple of matches. In many ways.
Up next, switched Jaime Ayala and George Corrales. Jaime Ayala's usually a left back or right back. Switched him to a left back to attack.
Really trying to get numbers behind the ball, make progressive passes forward difficult to find.
Ayala. Boy, it really has been a chess match here early between these two clubs. 11, but neither in the starting 11 tonight.
Well, as I mentioned earlier on, what we see tonight, it really has a ball. You're going to see his ability to texture a ball here.
Bends this one into the area, and Ibiaga with a clearance to the corner of the box. Lifted back along and in. McCarthy gets on top of this one. Paris G out top. Gives it a go, and Tulsa Roughnecks FC is on the board first at Toyota Field on a strike from the midfielder Paris G here in the 23rd minute.
Speaking of the ability to put that ball on frame, That was really a fantastic take. 9 SAFC players under the ball, 10 if you include Restrepo. No pressure to it. It's a ball that's cleared centrally, and that player is able to step forward.
Kaffa along the touchline as he gets around Marco Jeong. And Kaffa goes down. He wanted a foul. Play on, says center referee Timothy Rivas accepts this ball. As he pushes quickly forward into the area. Strike that's blocked right here to Kaffa in his wheelhouse. And it's a good play there by Marco Jeong to set up the first quarter of the match for Tulsa.
It was a great ball out from Kaffa there on the diagonal. It's a really an isolated 1v1 situation. McCarthy with a little bit of trouble there, didn't really get any help coming across until the very, very end. Kaffa finding himself in a good position off that deflection. I'm a little surprised he didn't cut that back inside.
Kaffa will take the corner. He orchestrates everything when it comes to their set pieces. To the near post and headed away. And Elizondo, rather ever Guzman. A nice touch on the ball there ahead. Marco Jeong in space will quickly push forward here on the counter. Now Elizondo to the outside.
There you see again that commitment of Tulsa to get numbers underneath the ball.
Jeong. Very deep ball was looking to Billy Forbes' direction, and it's headed out of the area right to Greg Cochran. Forbes trying to make a move into the area, slips down, goes down. They play on. Cochran to the back post. Calistri heads this one out. Kaffa will come back on the ball.
Definitely something for Billy to shout about there. Was some contact at his knee.
The area not out completely, and now it does come out. Settled here for San Antonio FC. Now on the attack. Jeong with a strike, but wide of goal.
And that's the spirit of SAFC starting to come out now. Certainly getting some applause and appreciation from the fans to see them starting to come out a little bit now as we get within 10 minutes of this first half coming to an end. Fantastic strike from Paris G. What else has there been that Restrepo has had to deal with? Nothing really. Likewise, not a whole lot of very dangerous chances going the other way either.
Tyrion. A goal kick
that we didn't get awarded.
Rochandle. Great delivery into the area. Headed down. San Antonio FC. No.
Fact or not, I can't say to be sure. We'll have a look here. You're going to see his arms come out there. Just that little bit of shove. Defender certainly made a lot more of it probably than there was. And there's Ever Guzman lurking just inside the frame.
2 minutes of added time here at the end of the first half.
Good defensive organization there from SAFC. Again, not really.
Darren Powell at halftime, and no changes for David Vaudrell for Tulsa Roughnecks FC either. 2 other Western
with the ability to do so, and I expect Darren Powell to have gotten them ready to come out here this second half with confidence and belief in what they've done. And doing a really nice job with it. Where you see them getting stretched out. Greg Cochran again having to make a long run out to try to pressure the ball.
Into the area, Calistri. Good job there, Calistri. And Tyrion was there, but so too was Marco Jeong with a great play in front. And Tyrion, although he was there for the touch, he didn't get what he wanted because of Jeong coming back.
Yeah, really didn't get through that wall.
Like Ever Guzman had equalized things. There was also a handball that was not called in the area. There was a Billy Forbes run that drew some contact too. San Antonio FC back on the attack. Just on the way they finished the first half.
I was also expecting to see that from the first touch, just because of how they've been playing in these. Been dangerous enough. Save a couple of options, a couple of chances, excuse me, there at the end of the first half. Again, some craft from Pekka.
To the inside, Gordon, back to Pekka. Trying to force that one in. And Boy, the collapsing by Tulsa really has been something to marvel at. Cochran into the area, carried out there by Serta. They play on, there was contact in the box. Gordon gives it a go. This is deflected. San Antonio FC, the equalizer. Omar Gordon, as that ball changed directions inside the area. And in the 61st minute, we're leveled at 1.
I was just about to say, I'd like to see Omar play that ball out to the right side. He had Marco Jean getting down that touchline. But what do I know? A chance from outside the frame. Elizondo with a little touch.
Just 4 goals in the team's first 5 matches. Did not score the rest of the way. Push out, but right back in. Koppa along the outside of the box. And he'll earn himself another corner. To the outside it'll go, and finally San Antonio FC breaks the pressure. Gordon, good speed up the wing. Gordon right back up to the outside. Deep delivery by Ojong, settled by Billy Forbes. Great touch there in the box, and San Antonio.
Really not been very good delivery from Ojong coming down that right-hand side for SAFC. But a good ball, Greg Cochran there. McCarthy went up, challenged for the first ball here at
Service to the top of the sticks. Restrepo coming out. Oh, he goes down. He lost the ball, but he's able to get back under it. Ibeagha, very deep ball, and Serta's got to play this over goal to set up.
Elizondo just never did.
Short play to Cochran. Cochran! Oh, Serta. They timed that one well. That ball also hung up a bunch in space either. Now 2 on Calistri here, who's got the ball and concedes possession to Marco Jean. They were trying again to catch Tulsa, who has played this 11 for 86 minutes. Sure feeling some fatigue now. Billy Forbes. Flips it for Elizondo. Elizondo back into the area. Forbes, oh, and he went up high with a Tulsa roughneck inside the box. So in the 87th minute, Ian Svantusson.
Number of minutes added on.
San Antonio FC will earn yet another corner. This will be their 8th of the evening. I guess, Lance, the question is that how much will both these sides go for it here over the last couple of minutes? I gather from San Antonio FC, they'll go for it pretty hard. Tulsa, you get the sense they want to get this to extra time.
Yeah, they want to take their chances. I mean, they've just put in an attacking substitute. So they're mindful of the options to go forward, the chances that might be created. They want to be fresh there. They want to be dangerous when they have those opportunities. What they want to make sure of is that they don't give anything silly away.
Deep ball to the back post. In the vicinity was Ryan Rishandel, but...
And here you have a dangerous situation for Tulsa going the other direction. Numbers up in the attack in this long, long transition.
Rishandel got back on Bradley Bourgeois, who never let the ball escape. Svantusson's first touch of the match. That's going to be a corner for Tulsa. There's a miss here into the area. Restrepo climbs the ladder. Boy, he almost collided with his own man, Sebastian Ibeagha there. Now San Antonio FC on the counter, and Rivas goes down. Billy Forbes opens up in space. Into the area, Billy is brought down, and a penalty for San Antonio FC awarded here in stoppage time.
Great job of really driving at that defender, forcing him to be engaged. Pushed it around him, drew a lot of contact.
Stoppage time. Guzman to the ball. San Antonio FC with the lead.
And that's what it led to, folks. That celebration there to go up 2-1 here late in this quarterfinal match at home for SAFC.
Substitution for Tulsa very quickly. They need
veteran Luke Bercoloni getting the start. He has done it his first 2 seasons, lead this team the postseason. San Antonio FC, they have not lost this season, 10-0-4. In goal, Diego Restrepo. He's the best right now in Colorado Springs. Switchbacks in the home black, white numbers.
Right on top of the penalty spot. As we've seen all season long, both center backs of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC are forward for this corner kick.
So Suggs sends it in, and Josh will play it outside the box. Goes through to the far side, Cashier into the 18, sent back out. San Antonio, here they go on a counter. And a great tackle by Ronnie Argueta, the captain.
Had to get that one 100% correct. Fantastic tackle by Ronnie Argueta. He'll stride forward with this ball, try to restart the attack for the Switchbacks out to the left to Josh Suggs.
Chipped into the box, and you can see why the San Antonio FC team, they have given up just 5 goals this season. The most stout defensive team in all the league.
Good win.
They can also score 24 goals scored this season. That's 2 better than the Switchbacks with 22, which he scored his first goal this season at against the Swope Park Rangers midweek. Bodied on the far side, and now midfield. San Antonio FC will play it up the far side.
It's a good header by Jordan Burt. Eddie Prue takes a touch off of his hip, fires it towards Restrepo, but Restrepo able to get his body behind that one here early at Widener Field.
Cochran midfield, King defends. Up the plate is Burt. Good feet, Argueta covers, but San Antonio FC plays through. Over to the captain, Michael Reed. Reed, top of the 18. And now help from behind. Able to keep it in play is Greg Cochran. He'll send it over to Ojong into the box, headed out of there. Down, good setup, and great piece of cover.
See here, Moise Poati comfortable with this one. Fired in from McCarty, able to get his body behind that one. And really did great to restart the play.
For the road team, here's Jordan Burt now.
Good play from Jordan Burt.
11 draws coming in for the 11 this season. Here's Frater, the spin. King now holds. Aaron headed out, corner, Burt, cross, and it's marquee matchup for the USL's Western Conference as the Switchbacks trying to hand San Antonio FC its first loss of 2000 to take it. The rocket to goal! Master Cashier! Cashier on the pickup. Prue, he goes down. From behind, it's Bercoloni. Over the head, and look out, come on, Frater! Into the box, goes down hard, a massive collision. Diego Restrepo.
From Kevon Frater, we talked about that initial burst of pace. Look at this for a flick, takes it right.
Restrepo is going to be okay.
And he's off. Yep, it is a straight red card. He was the last of his chances, but he found himself very, very isolated, did Hassan. But Johnston is in now. And
now cleared out with the right foot by Sian McFarland. Here's Kevon Frater, come on, to put it away. Frater, it's wide.
He did the difficult part. He rounded Johnston, the goalkeeper, and then he just missed his shot. I think it might have taken a little.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup. San Antonio, such a good defensive side with Restrepo in the back. What do you like about the group?
Yeah, I like the 4-2-3-1. Obviously, 2 changes from the side.
I don't like them. I love them. Here's
okay,
the
cool.
Phoenix lineup. They make 5 changes, George.
Yeah, I mean, they lost 3-0 at Tulsa. So
before he came on. Well, all eyes on that man, Didier Drogba, again tonight, as Phoenix and San Antonio are underway from the Phoenix Rising. Worked his way back into the starting order. Sean chasing Gavin. And
some distance if the player's running onto it, and give him the space so you don't have confusion like that. But as I said, no harm done, so.
Diaga trots ahead. We'll get a second look to serve. Instead, Reed. On the spin from Ojong, comes now to Drogba. Has feet tangled up a bit. Didier Drogba now flies to ground. Got both legs caught up. And a yellow card coming.
see Didier Drogba using his body